My name is Vedansh Avlani and today I'll be presenting my internal assessment on relational database management systems. My topic for today is a comparative study of relational and non-relational database performances using Oracle and MongoDB systems. This article was issued in the volume 5th of issue 11 of November 2014 of the International Journal of Computer Engineering and Technology. It was issued by three prominent people: Asif Faraj, a petroleum engineer; Bilal Rashid, computer and statistics; and Tuana Sharif, computer and statistics. Nowadays, data plays a vital role in producing of every organization's activities. Furthermore, information is utilized as an essential part in the modern world to support complex business decisions based on the collected data. Currently, the rapid growth of data and having a massive amount of data that comes out every day from the web and business applications creates too much for RDBMSs to handle. This has added interest to alternatives to relational database management systems. RDBMS is a major technology that stores large portions of structured data which rely on providing ad hoc querying facilities by using structured query language or SQL. Oracle, MS SQL Server, MS Access, MySQL, as well as Sybase are examples of relational database management systems which are utilized to store, manipulate, and retrieve data. Difference between a relational and a non-relational database model. The database model is based on relational model approach, known as the relational database. The database model is based on the model-less approach, known as non-relational or no SQL database. Data representation. It stores structured data in forms of tables and relationships among the tables or joins. It stores unstructured data based on several types of stores such as key value pairs, column family, graph database, or document store. Schema. The data has to fit in predefined tables or structure. The schema is highly flexible and dynamic. Scaling. It is vertically scalable, whereas non-relational databases are horizontally scalable. Query language. SQL is a very powerful database language which is used to define and manipulate data. NoSQL does not have a standard query language. UnQL or unstructured query language is sometimes used in NoSQL databases. The syntax of using UnQL varies from database to database. Most of the NoSQL database providers have created their own query language. For example, Cassandra supports CQL, MongoDB uses Mongo query language, etc. Transactional operations. SQL databases are best for high transactional operations on data, whereas on the other hand, NoSQL databases are best for selecting data. Transactional properties. ACID, or which is the short form for atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability, properties are emphasized by SQL databases. The CAP theory, which stands for consistency, availability, and partition tolerance, are emphasized by NoSQL databases. Consistency. In relational database, consistency means that all users see the same version of data after the transaction. Thus, relational database provide better consistency than non-relational databases. In a non-relational database, the eventual consistency means that there is no guarantee for reads and writes after a transaction for all entities in the database will be immediately consistent. Normalization or denormalization. Relational databases use normalization, which simply means dividing a single table into smaller tables to minimize data redundancy and improve performance. In non-relational database, a single table is used to store all records, which are called denormalization. Furthermore, the operations of insert, delete, as well as update are not easy, but select is very easy. Data integrity. Comparing to the relational database removes all duplication records to stop inconsistent data from loading the database. There is a lack of data replication in non-relational database. It is necessary in a flat database to update each of a person's address manually for certain that all his data are in a good state of consistency. And a methodology use. Getting the amount of data needed for comparison purposes of NoSQL database systems is a challenge since reliable results require records of around millions, and such high values are only possessed by huge organizations such as Google, CERN, Facebook, etc. This might explain the poverty of researchers in this area that uses tests to confirm the performance of these systems. For this purpose, extensive searches were conducted and data from infochimps.com were used. The amount of records is around 500,000 from a number of tables that is available in .csv files, which is supported by MongoDB. Or, in order to convert that to Oracle tables, we use the SQL Loader, a tool provided by Oracle to accomplish the required data in Oracle format. Related work. Although many comparisons have been conducted to determine the differences in performance of relational databases, yet we have not seen many investigations about the performance comparison between relational and non-relational databases in terms of reading and writing data by using several queries on a large set of data. A study concluded that a single approach cannot be providing better results in various circumstances. However, the paper does not show any performance testing between any kind of relational and non-relational databases to prove the point. Another study replaces an existing Oracle database with MongoDB and Redis, which are two non-relational database systems, and shows that as long as the number of records increase, the non-relational databases provide higher speed, especially MongoDB, which clearly surpasses Oracle in response time. However, the authors have only applied insertion statements and have overlooked data retrieval, which is the focus of our study. Conclusion. The purpose of this paper is to demonstrate the differences of response time in relational and non-relational databases by executing a number of queries on the target system, namely Oracle and MongoDB. Our results show that for such a high number of records, MongoDB does a better job while retrieving data. However, it fails to exceed Oracle's speed when it comes to aggregation functions. This proves that NoSQL databases are no replacement for relational databases. The two types can coexist, and it is only the needs of the customer that specifies which one suits better. This research can be further enhanced by involving several NoSQL database systems and using a higher number of records. These are the following references that were used in creating this article. Thank you so much for your valuable time.